Hello, and welcome to the Ashigaru 16th Century by Wargames Factory review of the models. Again, this contains 25 figures in the box. And yet again, if you've watched our other one of the samurai, we're just going to take you through the models and the sprues as well.
And a bit of talk about it.
And yeah, just a bit of talking. So, yet again, I built the standard bearer and the sergeant. This is the kit that gives you the flags, and as I told you in the previous episode, each specific unit is going to have a flag to represent their particular unit, I guess. And these guys all come equipped with spears.
Pole armor of some sorts.
And you do get to add the katana accessory.
It's an interesting period in history as well, because for many years, I think for many centuries, the spear was king, really. Its ability to attack people from long range. You can tear them to pieces before they get to you with their swords, was really quite important, and really helped to kind of counteract things like cavalry charges. But in the 16th century, certainly in Europe, and it's happening as well in Japan, and we'll talk about this in a later video, you start to get gunpowder on the scene, which kind of has a reach even longer than a spear.
So, these guys were a lot easier to build than the samurai versions, although they were still quite tricky because when you're putting the spears through the hands, they're quite tricky to make sure that they stay the right way when you glue them. Although generally these were a lot easier to build than the samurai, which is good because I really disliked building the samurai ones because they were
you got another
very
40
tricky
of them to build.
No. So we're just going to take a look at the sprue.
Same level of customization goes, which is a bit of a mixed blessing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely got the customization that you can do, but not as much as the samurai. You got the various hands. I built mine all with spears, but you can actually build them carrying backpacks or just like supply trains, like this part here, and I don't know where the other part is. I believe it's that part there. Create a backpack and you can have them kind of carrying equipment, which is quite cool. Obviously you got your spears and your katanas, because everyone carried a sword of some kind. Again, you've got your heads, all the different types. That's where the banner would be. And yeah, the only thing that I find quite annoying is you kind of get two guys that are kind of crouching, which is, I don't know, it's just a weird...
I think it's to designate movement. There's a lot of talk about this, isn't it? And in most Wargames miniature, they're trying to model some level of movement rather than kind of figures being on attention. It can be annoying because although it looks really cool, if one of the figures' feet's up, it can make the model a little bit unstable at times.
It's more annoying because, especially with these guys with the spears, you got to try and make sure they're, well, I'm assuming they're meant to be played like kind of rank formation, and that makes it kind of tricky because then you got to kind of put these guys near the front.
But I guess this guy really looks like he's bracing himself for people to come forward.
Yeah, I decided to try and do two like they were preparing for a spear wall of some kind, which I think they did do historically, just some mass spears.
You want a front rank that does that, but yeah, what you can't do is rank upon rank like that because the spears will get in the way.
Yeah, and then I decided to do the rest, just kind of holding them up, because I was like, yeah, otherwise they'll just kind of get in the way.
Of the 25, you probably want about 5 or 6 that are like that.
Yeah, and again, this is just to show you how the models look and stuff, because we're hoping to use these for our Kings of War army and then also our samurai battles later on.
So I think that's pretty much it for this episode.
Yep.
If you're interested in the series, do click and do check our other videos.
This is the War Bunker signing out. Goodbye.